Right, my name's Trevor Matthews. I run Rushton Electronics, and one side of the business is to sell spares to allow customers to repair their own GHDs, and another part of it is we operate a postal service for customers to send their GHDs in, and I repair them and then post them back to the customer. Now, because you can't buy genuine GHD parts, we often have to go onto eBay and buy broken irons, which we repair, fully test them, and bizarre as it sounds, we then strip them for all of the spares, having tested them. Now, I have just been sent a pair of GHDs from Carl Thomas, and this video is for, actually it's going to be for my forum members to follow the process of this type of issue with eBay and PayPal, and it's for Carl Thomas and PayPal and eBay. Now, Carl has told me that in his message that these are not fakes, they were from an Amazon return, and that he has a receipt from the auction. They passed the first stage of the authentication process on the GHD website, and he's taken photos of the registration information prior to sending them to me. Please escalate the case. I will scan the documents proving where I purchased them from, and eBay can decide the case. Yeah, well, that's all very well, but I'm afraid you have been had, and I'll show you why you've been had, and you cannot pass that on to the next mug down the line, i.e. me. So these are the irons that have been sent, and they're they look from a distance quite good, but I see hundreds of GHDs. We repair, or I repair, around about 85 to 90 up to 100 every month, and obviously over the months we have to buy a lot of arms and spares and bits and pieces from eBay, and we also have customers sending in their irons that we then broken irons that we then check and repair and strip for spares again. So we've got hundreds and hundreds of irons and bits for them. So as I said, these look at first glance very reasonable, and it's only when, I can, as soon as I saw them, I knew they were fakes. The plastic feels different. Just to hold them feels very slightly different from genuine GHDs. And there's so many clues on these. The first and easiest way to check if they're fakes or not is if you get a flat bladed screwdriver and you just ease it underneath the cap. I'm trying to do this so it's on the camera. So you just pop them off. Now instantly that looks wrong. I'll just let you have a closer look at that. Look at the size of the head and the shape, okay? But when we spin this over now, and this is the real giveaway that they're fakes, you lift it off, and you, instead of having a screw, which is what should be there, you have just a metal blank. Okay, so I'm just going to undo this, and then we'll go through the other reasons this is fake. Another giveaway, I don't know whether you can see that hologram in there, but the hologram has got I'm going to have to turn it around, but you can hopefully see in there it's got like a serial number. Now that hologram should be readable from this side to match the text that's on that label. So you can read the label and you should be able to read the numbers on here. So in fact this hologram has been put on round the wrong way. I have never ever seen that in a pair of genuine GHDs. So we're just going to undo this again, see if I can get it on camera. But normally, in fact I'll just quickly show you on a genuine pair that I've got in for repair. This is a model purporting to be a model 4.1. This particular one I'm holding now is a set of 4.2Bs, and they're virtually identical. but you can see if I hold this up, the difference. Let me get it in the middle, it'll focus. You see the difference in shape. There's also a washer on there, and on the other side you have what looks like a matching screw to screw into the other one. That's a big difference. All the fakes will not have that. I've never seen a fake with it. They will always have either a metal plate like that and a small little screw, or they will have a plastic piece here and a screw. And in fact, I have we keep a pair of fakes just to show customers when they actually come to the workshop, and this is again allegedly a 4.2B, and if you look here, you've got that, if that'll focus, you've got that screw that's the wrong shape and size, and when you spin it over, in this particular case, you have a plastic end where it should be two screws like we've seen on these genuine ones. So, you know, absolutely no question about it, these are fakes, despite what you're telling me. The problem is you've been stitched up by wherever you bought them from, and you know, they should have been reported for selling them to you. I don't know when you bought them, but you need to go back to the company concerned and you need to speak to Amazon, because I think that's where you said you got them from. So if we pop this out now, we are going to see a completely different type of hinge than the genuine ones. If I pull that out, you will see this double prong. It's almost a sort of chrome plated spring affair. Now on the genuine ones, there's two types of system generally in use. There's more than that actually, but that's on the older irons. There is that type of spring, that's a genuine one, and there's the other arrangement where they use this piece of metal as the spring, and it actually pushes in there and hinges from that spring. This is again classic example of fakes. Okay, I'll just move those bits out of the way. Now we lift these off and instantly, again fakes, because you will see, if I get this on the camera, you will see the individual wires. You see the individual wires in here, they have a piece of heat shrink tubing over them. Again, that is not how it is on genuines, and I'll just show you that. I'm just going to take these apart for you. I've already had these apart earlier. One of the arms needs to be replaced because they've ripped the plastic thread out for the screws. Now that's an example of the other type of genuine spring arrangement, and I'm just going to push that out and show you the wires. And that's the problem with that pair, they've ripped the screw threads out and the cover just falls off. But you see the way the cables are completely bare, and they are never put into heat shrink tubing like the fakes. So another good thing there. Again, genuine GHDs will never have an anti-tamper proof, tamper-proof anti-tamper sticker on the screws. They just don't do it. It's not how it's done. There was never anything on there. And if we just find the right screwdriver, there we go. I'll just pop these open for you, and you can have a look at the internal electronics. I think I did a video on fakes for the forum members some time ago, but we're going to do this one because I'm going to follow this all the way through eBay, PayPal, etc. and until we've resolved this satisfactorily, because I'm sorry Carl, but you've been sold junk, and the way they get away with it is because the price will be very slightly lower than genuine GHDs. If they went in there and tried to sell these at 50 quid, alarm bells would ring and you'd know they're fakes. So if they go in and they're 20 quid less, you might think, damn, that's a good deal, I'm going to buy them, they've got to be genuine at that price. Well, here you go, have a look at the electronics, or lack of the electronics. Have a look particularly at the end where the heater and thermal fuse would normally attach. You'll see that the wires are just poorly soldered directly to the circuit board. Okay, now if we go over to the genuine ones, I'll just take the other cover off, because that's the matching cover, that matching side of the ones we just looked at. But you will see that on the genuine ones, all of the wires are screwed in place. Now that's a high quality circuit board and connections. They are crimped on and then screwed directly to the PCB. I'll just show you the other side of that. You'll notice the layout of the components and the type of components, and also notice the two screws that are missing. I've already taken the heater and thermistor out of this one, and but notice the screw-on connections. Okay, so let's then go back to these. Yeah, all soldered on, poor connections. And if we go to the other side, I'm just going to take that off. Again, first glance you'd think, well, yeah, okay, that looks the same. Yeah, but it's not. The components are different, the layout's different. Look at the soldered terminals, that is wrong for genuine GHDs. Okay, just going to pan up the wall. This is where I keep all of our if I can see them, hang on. Yeah, okay. 4.2 PCB, or well, if we can find it, there we go. All screw terminals. Okay, that's a 4.2 PCB. This is the older 3.1 PCB. Notice again, focus, there we go, that's the switch side. All screw connections. Okay. Where do you want me to stop? I mean, I've got board, PCBs, boards, arms, just about everything possible for the full range of GHDs that we repair here. So I'm afraid these are 100% fake. If I just lift out the arm here, again, very, very similar to genuine GHDs, except this is the switch side, and this has the thermal fuse in it. And if you look very closely, the thermal fuse has just been enclosed in a bit of silicon plastic, and it is not the genuine type, which would look like that. And I might be able to show you. Let me just find one for you. Okay, here's a pink one. Unfortunately this is broken here, but that is how the thermal fuse would sit in these ceramic plates. If they were genuine, you would have the white ceramic thermal fuse, not the type that's fitted in there. So, like I say, I'm really sorry you've got screwed over from Amazon. You need to take it up with them, not question my judgment on whether these are fakes or not. They absolutely are. you know, 100% fake. You can't argue that fact, and that's that really. So yes, it has been escalated already with eBay. Having looked at your prior negative comments, I think you're about to trash your account. You know, over this. This will be 3 negative feedbacks for you in, I think, the last 12 months. And selling fakes is about as bad as it gets, as far as I'm concerned. So, tell you what we'll do. We'll just have a look at pretty much the last thing that's left on these. I mean, they are pretty good. If you look, the you know, the writing looks the same. It all looks correct. They've carefully copied that. Don't forget the serial numbers upside down. Don't know whether the hologram actually works. Yeah, kind of. I mean, they're you know, these Chinese guys are clever. You know, they're convincing fakes. They're sold at a price that doesn't sound alarm bells, and many thousands of people have got caught out. You know, over the years. I certainly see 2 or 3 pairs of fakes every year. These fakes, they actually took the trouble to get the serial number at the bottom there, which lines up with the writing. That's how it is on all GHDs. But I guess when they're banging these fakes out for a couple of quid a time, they're not really interested which way around they put the labels. So yeah, it's a very good business, and I have customers that I have to ring on a almost weekly basis and explain to them, I'm really sorry, your GHDs are fake, and they always say, oh, we had no idea, or they were bought as a present, blah blah blah. But it's the same old story, I'm afraid. So they will be going. Oh no, I was going to show you the last little piece in the puzzle, which really is the mains cable and the mains socket. And I will just compare the fake with the genuine. Just pop those off. Again, pretty convincing, but that, let me show you in fact I'll go and get both types of cable, because this will be useful for my forum members as well as Carl. Right, what we have here is a brand new type 1 cable. Notice the end. And then we have a brand new type 2 cable, and we just look at the fake. First of all, the cable itself is round. Okay, it's a round cable, and on all of the genuines that I've ever come across, the cable, if you look, if I turn it on end, is flat. Okay, I appreciate these are the are replacement pattern parts, but the genuines, which these are, oh no, I've just replaced that. Don't think I can show you a genuine iron with mains cable, but you'll have to trust me on that. It is not round, okay? They are flat cables. And the other thing, these genuine cables cannot be used, they do not fit in here. It will probably go in there. Actually no, it's smaller diameter. Don't know whether you can see that, but they cannot fit in here either. Okay, entirely different cables. So that's pretty much it really. I can't really tell you anything more than that, apart from you do need to be going back to Amazon or wherever you said you got these from. They should be dealing with the company that sold these, and you know, you should go from there. But I will be putting these back together, and you will be getting them back at some point. And depending on this this case, I may actually take this further and speak to Trading Standards, as we have a paper trail of where these came from, So yeah, it'd be interesting over the next week or two to to see where this goes. I'm no doubt of getting my money back, but the 25 quid I paid, it's almost worth it just for the just for the experience of exactly what's going to happen now, and what type of authority is actually interested in this type of fake being sold on eBay. So anyway, that was a video for Carl Thomas, eBay and PayPal, and obviously my engineers forum members, just to show you what can go wrong on eBay. Catch you later.